What follows is a perspective on your programming. This might be the first movement program that you have received, and what it is essentially is a piece of paper, right? An inanimate object with instructions, sets, reps, certain movement contexts that come in the form of exercises, drills, or movement patterns that you have to practice in order to undergo a movement experience, which is essentially what we are trying to facilitate. In this respect, I am the facilitator, and your job is to practice to the best of your ability according to the program instructions, which could be considered as the structure for your movement experience, okay? The structure for your movement experience. In that same respect, what we are trying to do is to replicate a model that is given in the form of a movement video. Your intention is, of course, what you are trying to do, and the quality is therefore the ability of you to meet that intention. So the outcome meets the intention. Of course, the way that we should practice is with complete concentration, awareness, and attention on the task at hand. Really, when we practice, there should be nothing else that we are thinking of, because we are trying to reconnect with our bodies. As a side note, whatever happens in your body first has to go through your mind. So if you understand the movement through your mind, then it will be reflected in your body. And that comes with, of course, attention to detail. My teacher loves to say, the devil's in the details, but so is God. So paying attention to details is extremely important, and it is the stuff of progress. How often we should practice? We should make a habit of practicing daily, because we eat daily, we sleep daily, so there shouldn't be a reason why we wouldn't move daily, because we know how good it is for us. As children, we weren't afraid to dream big, to reach high, to fly. We weren't afraid to use our imagination and be our own hero. As we develop the ego and as we go through life, we encounter a lot of fears, which in turn lead to self-doubt, which in turn lead to ourselves holding ourselves down and not being able to interact with our intuition as much, and not being able to use our imagination. And why this is important is because our future needs to be projected. We need to be able to project a favorable position in the future through optimism and through the use of our imagination, where we are able to see ourselves as accomplished and be able to trace back the steps, the necessary and the required steps that we have to go through in order to reach that place. That place is our goal. Goals should be specific, even though our practice is quite general. If you are too general and if you are too short-term invested, then you end up not scratching the surface even. You end up not reaching the gems underground, and you end up fooling yourself. So our first goal should always be to hold ourselves accountable and to do whatever we propose ourselves to do. Basically, to show up. We need to show up every day. Through the development of consistency, we will achieve small goals along the way. We will go through the necessary steps, and in a few years, things that might seem impossible right now might be possible, and then they might be achievable, then they might be available in a few more years. So I encourage you to dream big, reach high, and use your imagination. Learn from the kids. Be able to see yourself in a favorable position in the future. and hold yourself accountable. Practice well.